For sure. Now, you were called, 50 Cent called you delusional today based on that response. Like, how do you respond to something like that?
I don't even give a fuck about what 50 said because I had nothing to say about him. You heard? Mace need to go on a diet. He need to get his life together. He need to go to the doctor and get a physical. He looked terrible. Bad body, back. Nigga look big around the neck. Waist look crazy. I'm body shaming this. You heard? He need to go get his shit together, get on the treadmill.
Jim Jones and 50 Cent stay at each other's necks, and this time ain't no different. The drama kicked off when Jim hit up the Breakfast Club and threw some slick talk 50's way. When the topic of a Vero battle came up, he didn't hold back, straight up called him a sucker.
With that sucker. You heard? Leave him out the conversation.
You
Don't
did that
start.
on purpose.
No, I didn't.
He did. Don't
No,
start.
because he said a rapper. He said New York, and that's the only one that.
Oh, you already know 50 ain't waste a second firing back, straight clowning Jim's catalog and digging up old drama like it never left. But he ain't stopping there. Now 50 even threw Jim under the bus for Javette Tank. Davis messy fight outcome. Now the internet is in shambles, fans picking sides. Is Jim just stirring the pot to push his new album? Or is this some real street tension? Let's get into it.
Money right, yo, do sports, 10 million right now. Today, nigga, I'll catch a flight wherever you at. In the morning, I'll catch a flight wherever you at. You with Mayweather and them, 10 million. I'll meet you in any boxing ring. Yeah. Now go make some jokes about that on your next show. I'll box your head off, you know that. Don't.
So 50 has been keeping his name in the headlines for a minute now, had the whole internet locked in when he was coming for Big Meech, and now he got Jim Jones in his sights. But to keep it a buck, Jim fired first while chopping it up on the Breakfast Club. The other day, DJ Envy brought up the idea of potential Vooz opponents, and when 50's name came up, Jim ain't hold back. Jim wasn't really feeling that idea, and he ain't hiding it. Either straight up called 50 a sucker, and you already know 50 ain't the type to let that slide as expected. He hopped on Instagram with the quickness clowning Jim for talking big when, according to him, dude got like one song to his name, Delusional. Jew only got one song, Balon, written by Max B50. Took it a step further too, posted up in a crisp suit sipping on his own Branson Nat. Like a boss, the caption, pure 50 energy. Honestly, nobody was surprised by his response. It's exactly what folks expected, but Jim, yeah, he ain't rocking with that narrative. He swears up and down he got more solo hits than most New York rappers, still despite all that he feels like the city never really gave him his flowers. I got more solo records than most of them that really hit. Remember that in New York City, it's going to be hard for a lot of people to win with Capo. I got a lot of gold singles. I got some action when it comes to 50s. Comments. Jim had a little something to say in a sit-down with Double XL. He kept it real, yeah, 50's words got under his skin, but he ain't about to feed into the back and forth. Instead, he's staying focused and keeping it moving, and just so y'all know, Jim's been outside heavy lately because he's pushing his latest album at the church steps. That's why you've been seeing him more than usual.
Now, you were called, 50 Cent called you delusional today based on that response. Like, how do you respond to something like that?
I don't even give a fuck about what 50 said because I had nothing to say about him.
But the fans, yeah, they rode with 50 on this one. Meanwhile, I'm struggling to think of two songs more inclined to remember him from love and hip-hop than Anything I Hate to Side with 50 on this. But let's be real, the only Jim Jones track most folks remember is We Fly High Ballin'. Now, Jim might think ignoring 50 is the best move, but that plan ain't looking too solid, cause 50, yeah, he ain't letting up fast forward to. March 1st, Javette Tank Davis stepped in the ring against WBA super featherweight champ Lamont Roachger. Most fans expected Tank to handle business with ease, but instead, the fight ended in a messy, controversial draw, and let's just say, people ain't holding back. They're calling it one of Tank's weakest performances yet.
Disappointing Javette Davis has been as far as resume is concerned. If this is about as manufactured a star as you can make.
And yet 50's on that train too. He's straight up pinning Tank's weak performance on Jim. Just so y'all know, the walkout anthem for the fight walk to the ring by Jim Jones and Jewel Santana. 50 never want to miss a moment posted a clip of Cameron and M chopping it up saying Jules, and Jim had the whole vibe off from the jump. And of course he hit him with a signature caption, "You got to stay in good company, man." One ninja teeth falling out, the other ninja got a full gray beard trying to show ninjas a chrome heart scarf. Cameron pretty much coined that take saying the same thing.
We could possibly your energy up for some shit that you supposed to do. You can't come out with that energy, man. It's bad energy, man. It is bad energy, man. Nobody's happy over there. Everybody's sad. Everybody act.
The fact that 50 is siding with Cameron, yeah, that one had to sting Jim even more cause, let's be real, 50 and Cam being cool now is a big reason this whole beef is still alive, see earlier. This year 50 and Cam sat down and chopped it up about Jim rocking with 50 back into 2007. Cam wasn't feeling that at all, his Dipset brother linking up with his op, yeah, that didn't sit right. Back then, Cam and 50 were locked in a beef, so of course, it caused some tension between him and Jim, and as expected, 50, he finds the whole situation hilarious.
Saying, yo, you know what? What was how this work?
Let me say this, look.
How'd it go?
I was there, I'm in your horse and carriage video. I'm in the pool.
What? Oh, you know what? You told me this.
Your horse and carriage video.
You told me this before.
I was in the pool in the horse and carriage.
Wow, that's crazy.
So if you look like we're on, everybody's there.
Right.
Jimmy was not a rapper then.
Right.
He was your man, like on the side, like in the side, just he was not a rapper at all.
Right.
So when Ballin' took place, and I'm looking and I'm going, oh, he having a moment. That's the Lloyd.
And just like work, after 50 and Cam's comments went viral, Jim had to address it. He pulled up on Justin LeBoy's Respectfully podcast and let it be known both of them need to quit playing with his name and go find something better to do.
You know me, then after that, it was like, shit, I'm just as famous as all the famous people. I can't do what I used to do for you. You heard? Somebody got to do that for me right now. I'm super lit. You heard? But I put my life on the line for all of the shit, and you know, and everybody knew.
Of course, when it comes to 50, ain't no way he letting somebody else get the last word. He clapped back by pulling up a whole court transcript, receipts, and all of a wiretapped convo where Jim was out here talking about putting hands on Tekashi 689 for turning his back on the 9 tray Gangsta Bloods with Jumel Mel Murder Jones, and to top it off, 50 hit him with a caption that just said, one thing, LOL individual, one calling the shots out here. I know you are working, so please don't say gangster to me, individual one fans. Can't believe how wild things got between these two, cause once upon a time 50 was actually trying to bring Jim Jones over to his label, but man, those days.
Now, cause I'm on it, and I told y'all earlier, I was gonna bring somebody new into G Unit. I might have a new sign and I might not. You see, I got the whole G Unit here. We're gonna get it going. You got that shit. Oh, man.
Cam also had jokes for Jim response. He dropped a clip of himself in May's soundtrack by Paul Inman, Push It to the Limit, from the '83 Scarface flick, with a caption that said it all, no need to dwell on the past. We are here now, we went push it to the limit. Cam didn't stop there, he fired more shots at Jim on his podcast. Seemed like he wasn't feeling Jim acting like he carried Dipset on his back. Cam brought up that Harlem pedigree and had to check him real quick, reminding him that when he first stepped in the game, he ain't even know how to rap.
Yes, you are a fan. A fan. You didn't go out with you. I am from 140th and Lenox. I am from NFL. Up the block was 40 Wolves. Lou Simpsons on 142nd Cross Square. D Ferg on number 8th Avenue. I don't see you around none of this. Shout out to my nigga, what's the nigga Final 4 Billy and them used to. You're not from none of that. So you gonna sit around and act like you've been around all this Harlem shit and everything. You ever see somebody?
And some words for Cam too when he pulled up to the Breakfast Club. He aired out his frustrations over Dip's Sits for Zoo's battle against the Lox back in August 2021. According to Jim, he and Joel Santana weren't even looped into the money talks, implying Cam walked away with the bigger bag, but he wasn't done yet. Jim even brought up squashing their long-standing beef. In the ring, Cam wasn't about to let that slide, though. He hopped on IG to shut all that down, writing, I don't pay half the stuff Ninja say, no mind, but you know I keep the files you wanted to do verses for free, Ninja, so if you made $1 be happy talking about it was on your bucket list. And yeah, it's clear Cam wasn't playing around, because he came with the receipts. He posted a screenshot of a text from Jim that read, this opportunity is bigger than life to me. It's not about money for me with this, yes, the money makes it even better, but this is my ultimate bucket list and dream since we started this. I am willing to give you my money so you can make the money you feel you deserve, so we can do this concert if that's the problem. And this is no shade, it's an opportunity for everyone to eat, not just off money, but that platform can change a lot of business and bring a lot of businesses to us as a group and as solo artists. But really, I just want to touch that stage in a big way, and if I have to take a loss to make a gain, I am willing to for anybody not tapped in. Cam and Jim go way back. They were both part of the legendary hip-hop crew, the Diplomats, but over the years they've been taking shots at each other, and nobody expects these two to be breaking breed together anytime soon. But a lot of fans think Jim is just kicking up dust with 50 as a way to get some extra eyes on his new album. Jim Jones was being provocative to get attention on his new album. He knows better, but what y'all think? Is Jim just doing all this for album promo? And is 50i about to fire back with more shots? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to check out this next